this is going to be a big storm. It's going to be a difficult storm. The great thing about America is when we go through tough times like this, we all pull together. We look out for our friends, we look out for our neighbors, and we set aside whatever issues we may have otherwise to make sure that we respond appropriately.
Working with Sandy Relief and OWS, the people are bringing by the carloads in clothes, food, canned goods, diapers, batteries, flashlights, everything under the sun, that we kind of need right now. And so people are able to come up and sort of pick through the different things they need, be handed the things. We have warm food that we're making all the time for people. And so it's really essentially, we have cars that come in and things are dropped off, and within 30 minutes, it's all gone. Flooding everywhere, sometimes up to 6 or 7 feet of flooding depending on where you lived. Everyone's been affected. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you are, every single person's been affected. And so a lot of right now is getting those basements pumped out, debris getting pulled out, sweeping out huge chunks of just gunk and junk and trying to figure out where it all goes. The boardwalk is destroyed. I watched the boardwalk out my window come rushing down. The water level here got up to about 5 feet, and the winds were almost 20 miles per hour, so it looked like the ocean coming through this entire place. I watched cars rolling down the street. It was scary. And out the window, you could see the fire. You could see this huge flame of fire coming from Breezy Point. And they really, there were, I think, 80 homes lost over there, and just devastated. So the last couple of days have been very inspiring because we've had so many people coming. People are starting to realize that Rockaway was hit as bad as it was hit.
Right now I'm on the corner of Beach 113th Street, and I want to say the boardwalk, but it's kind of an understatement right now because the boardwalk is in a lot of different places. This is where the boardwalk was connected, and this is where it is now, just pieces. And this is a rehabilitation nursing home. You can see if you look down, the whole boardwalk is destroyed. Right where I'm standing now, where the boardwalk stood. This is the foundation of the boardwalk.
I forgot that later. There's plenty of canned goods, there's food, there's dry goods, there's clothing.
This is going to be a long-term thing, and hopefully it's going to be a long-term thing in the positive. This neighborhood is coming together. People obviously really care about each other here, and hopefully this neighborhood can just be stronger in the long term after this. Just build new networks, build new resources together, get these community centers, new ones opened up and the old ones cleaned out, and get a whole new thing running out here. The city wants it to just look good. They're really concerned about it looking good as quick as possible. I kept hearing on the radio yesterday that New York City is recovering, and people were calling in. I tried to call in, but it was busy in all the radio stations. And of course, people can't call in out here. And people were like, oh, things are better, the lights are out, but my cats keep me, whatever, and I'm gonna go out to the bar. And so a lot of the city is a whole different planet than what's going on out here in Staten Island, in New Jersey, where people are cut off from the outside world and they can't really tell the story that things are not okay. The city hasn't stepped up, the government hasn't stepped up, unfortunately, and hopefully they will now if the word gets out that they haven't. And that's kind of what I'm saying right now. So yeah, from Far Rockaway to 9th Street, Bobby, thanks. And maybe let's just walk through.
Is FEMA coming out and feeding you, or who's coming out and helping out?
These are not even, this is regular people, like, from the neighborhood. These are regular people from the neighborhood. It's not nobody from, like, healthcare or anything like that. It's regular people from the neighborhood actually putting this out there like that. It's very, very nice.
How do you feel?
I feel like that's amazing because, like, the neighborhood is helping each other. Like, that's very amazing. Like, you don't see that everywhere you go. That's amazing. Honestly, I'm really scared because I don't want it to be the way it is now. A again because we can't go through all that again. We don't have no power. They're saying that they're not turning the power on for 2 weeks. That's ridiculous. We have no gas. We have no light, no nothing.
What's the response been like?
It's positive. Everyone is thankful, which is good. You know, you have your little knuckleheads here and there. Other than that, that's about 95% of people just happy to get a hot meal. You know, everyone's saying there's no